porch sipping on the rocks. Citrus in our beverages, citrus in our beverages. Show only the good sides. Always pretty smiles are covering our faces. You know it is all lies. You know it is all lies. On and on it goes, round and round the rodeo. Breathing out air for a minute, taking my time to begin with. On and on it goes, swinging down in life, you know. Breathing out air for a minute, yeah. Hey, would you rather stay right here, make everything disappear? Keep playing my favorite song, put your rose-colored glasses on. What if we stay right here, make everything disappear? Lay low in the beaches, sun, put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah, put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah. Isn't it a big crime to get a little lost in everybody's business? Why don't we all calm down? Why don't we all calm down? I think I'm the wrong size, not enough room for everybody's egos. Why don't we all calm down? Why don't we all calm down? On and on it goes, round and round the rodeo. Breathing out air for a minute, taking my time to begin with. On and on it goes, swinging down in life, you know. Breathing out air for a minute, yeah. Hey, would you rather stay right here, make everything disappear? Keep playing my favorite song, put your rose-colored glasses on. What if we stay right here, make everything disappear? Lay low in the beaches, sun, put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah, put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah. Isn't this a good life? Sitting on the front porch, sipping on the rocks. Citrus in our beverages, citrus in our beverages. Show only the good sides. Always pretty smiles are covering our faces. You know it is all lies. You know it is all lies. Hey, would you rather stay right here, make everything disappear? Keep playing my favorite song, put your rose-colored glasses on. What if we stay right here, make everything disappear? Lay low in the beaches, sun, put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah, put your rose-colored glasses on. Yeah. Yeah, put your rose-colored glasses on. Put your rose-colored glasses on. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares Wanna shake the ground, wanna break away, let loose. I'm tired of waiting.
Hello, streamers and video creators. We unite together on this Friday morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. I am so thrilled to be able to spend this hour with you and hang out with you and answer your questions. If you are new around here, my hair is doing something funky today. You're just gonna have to ignore that. You're just gonna have to, you're just gonna have to ignore it. Please tell me you're having a bad hair day too. Anyway, if you're new around here, please do type new in the comments. I would love to meet you. And we've got a lot for today, whatever you want. I mean, we've got the Q&A section, right? If you have questions about video creation, about audience growth, about live streaming, about making money with all of this video stuff, anything you got, if you have tech questions, bring it on. All you have to do is type Q in front of the question, and we're going to go into Q&A here shortly. And also we've got studio reviews where I take a look at your studio setup, the visual aspect of it, and we look at ways that it could be improved. Whether you've got a 12 camera setup like I do, or you have a simple webcam setup, it doesn't matter. You can submit for those reviews prior to the show starting because I do have to prep them. Yeah, I love to just kind of give you some ideas, and the community tags along and also gives you some suggestions as well. So think of it as just a way to improve as you continue. No hair day. Christian is having a no hair day. All right, fair enough. So is Teb. Okay. Ignore what? My hair. Yes, but thank you. Thank you. I got what you were trying to do. I point at the stream when Luria opens the show. Do you? Because I do. Hello, Allie. Do we not have anybody new here? Everybody's saying old. They're old. Okay. I'm old. You're old. We're all old. All right. I don't see anybody new. If you are new, speak up. Now is the time. I love to meet new people. If you're lurking and you haven't spoken up, then now is the time to get unshy, because this is the best community on the internet. So I would love for you to just say hi to everybody. Christian, hello from Germany. I'm older than y'all. Okay, we're really old. Yes. No, you're not new, Marcus. You're not new. Wait, Tep, you're new? You're new? Nice, kind of new. Cap is new. William is new. Thank you so much for being here. Tell us something about yourself. Are you streaming? Are you doing video? I would new refresh daily. All right, we can go with that. We'll just go with that. So for those of you who are new, just let me recap. We're going to do Q&A today. We're going to do studio reviews, and I'm going to tell you something before we get into all of that just happened that I'm excited about. And I've been lurking one or two times. Well, thank you for unlurking. I don't know if that actually is a word, but we're going to make it a word because we make up words here. New is relative. So, yes, I would just encourage you to participate today. And let's see. Oh, my God. Oh, I meant to grab the picture of this. I totally spaced. I went to the P.O. box. Okay, y'all. I went to the P.O. box and literally, like, this is where this, like, sometimes you guys send us stuff, which is awesome. But primarily the P.O. box, we get all of our review units. I went there and literally they carted out like a whole like mail cart full of packages. I just started laughing. I was like expecting one or two things. And all of a sudden there's like this cart full of boxes that I have to load into the car. And wow. So I have a whole area over there full of boxes to unbox with you. So we'll start doing that next week. I'm trying to rearrange that area where we have the test station so that we can do that. I got to get something out. I got to get my old couch out. I got to get it out. So now, yeah, me too. Now I have PO Box. Oh, awesome. Caps, you're setting up a Capsilium. I'm sorry. I just kind of nicknamed you Cap. Are you okay with that? I mean, Cap is not a bad nickname, right? Captain America. Do you mind? You're setting up a stream for the first time. Awesome. Well, congratulations. That's an exciting place to be for sure. No, okay, whatever you want, Mr. Poseidon. Okay, cool. All right, you are now officially nicknamed Cap, just because I just did on accident. I don't know why. Okay. So that is gonna start next week. We've got lots of unboxings and new reviews to work on. I shot my first YouTube video like yesterday in quite a while. As you know, with me being kind of gone, we haven't put much out on the channel, except for these streams. And so we're getting back into it. It is official. We are on a weekly schedule again. So I'm excited about that. Hello, Scotch. Welcome. Tell us something about, I'm going to guess. I'm just going to take a guess here. Do you mind me, kind of being upfront like that? I think your content is probably about Scotch. Is that accurate? Thank you for being here. Okay. Lots of people are already asking questions. So we're going to get to Q&A here just a second. I want to show you something real quick. And by the way, for those of you who are new, this is supposed to be my pet cam. Abby is in there somewhere, but she has burrowed herself underneath the blankets. And of course you can see the studio setup over here. Okay, so let me show you YouTube redirects. Who remembers us testing the YouTube redirects with the community? And I was complaining about a couple of things. I'm glad that they did YouTube redirects. This is like a Twitch raid, and I keep calling them raids anyway on this platform as well. So YouTube redirects. There was an issue when it was first released. Well, there were a few issues when it was first released, and they've been working on fixing those bugs. And they also decided to let you actually allow anybody to redirect to you. That was not allowed before, and that was one of my biggest complaints, is that like, I want to be able to redirect to other people, like regular channels, and there wasn't anything. So, oops, here we go. So I just wanted to show this to you. You do have to, unfortunately, you have to actually activate this. So it is not on by default. So you go into your back channel and you're going to go into the settings at the bottom left corner. Then you're going to come into community and you're going to click all channels can redirect to my content, meaning any channel on the entire YouTube platform can now redirect to your content. So I would encourage you to go click that. That way, as people are feeling generous, as people discover you, you can be redirected to. So that is really impressive. Paul says that they changed it. It's a good sign they're really willing to adjust and get better. I find that's the case with YouTube in general. Like they do tend to release things that are very like locked down, but also you know, they add things, they change things, they make improvements over time for sure. Yes, you will have to actually go live in order for that to be able to do that. YouTube has to allow music because that's what kills my video. Real music is so awesome. So yeah, you have to have, you do have to have the license, or you can use the YouTube platforms, but I know your content, you need other stuff, but yes. Okay, yay, I'm a winner. Whoop, whoop. All right. Hold on, I just realized I forgot to get something up. I usually, so just so you all know, my team and I have a, chat where it's just like anything that my team needs to tell me. Like I only look at that chat during the stream, and I forgot to put it up, so I just put that up. Learning about redirects and switching them on, worth tuning in today already. Yes, I have earned my dinner. Yay. Sorry if I'm late. I was single-handedly fixing all the things for you. Thank you, Renee. Yes, Renee let me know about that last night. I was excited. And also, oh, what was the other thing you told me? Oh yeah, the new tabs. New tabs, like everything is being separated out in your back end for like videos, shorts, live, so that everything can be kind of like siloed and seen comparatively. They did not tell me the coffee was ready, but I am drinking some. Worth the price of admission. Yes. All right. Oh, wait, I thought you already knew this. Okay. So, Mr. Poseidon, you were talking about music, so I'm just going to go back up to this. I thought that you already had this set up for your channel. So you have to have a royalty-free music license in order to, like, Epidemic Sound. If you go to livestreamingpros.com/music, that link actually has to be fixed. Dave, remind me to tell you something. So anyway, if you, we have a song, we have videos on Epidemic Sound on using music in your content. Now, YouTube has a library that you can use. However, if you're simulcasting, if you're publishing that content elsewhere, that will not be okay to use. Oh, and front end too. Your channel will look nice and neat to visitors. Oh, I was like, I thought they already were. I didn't say that to you, Renee, but I was like, oh, they already were. Okay, maybe I had it early. I don't know. Okay, front end. Starting later this fall. Okay, cool, nice. Yes, so watch that video. It goes over the whole thing, but you do have to have, if you're going to play music in your videos or your live streams, you have to have a license for that. And Epidemic Sound is $15 a month, so not that crazy. But yeah, the library, I mean, I would say the YouTube music library is lacking for sure, but it's also free. So what do you expect? Okay. All right. Let's see. Did I want to tell you anything else? I think that was it. I'm excited about next week. We can start unboxing things. And we are going to... Boom. It's Q&A time, baby. Yes. Okay. Oh, that was the thing. Sorry, I'm like a little like, I can't decide if I'm not coffeeed up enough or if I'm over coffeed. I can't quite decide. But not next week, the week after, the 27th through the 30th, we're going to VidSummit, baby. So I will be hosting a panel with, it's just a rock star panel. We've got Stephanie Liu, we've got Tiffany Lee Bymaster, who you might know as Coach Glitter, and Harris Heller. So we're going to be talking about monetizing through live streaming and video your channel on the platform and off the platform. And we're going to open your eyes to some maybe even new strategies that you haven't even thought about. So I'm really looking forward to hanging out with everybody there at VidSummit. Renee's gonna be there. Who else is gonna be there? Who is gonna be at VidSummit? Let us know. Or do you have a virtual ticket? That's something else that you could do. I know that they're almost sold out for the physical event in LA. I just wish it wasn't in LA. I just wish. I'm not a fan of LA, if you don't know that about me. All right. So it's Q&A time. Vinny asked during the countdown timer, Do you think the countdown timer helps viewers? For me, it's wasting my time. I don't get it. I set an alarm to come back when the show starts. So great question. And this is a topic that of conversation that we've had a lot on this channel. And there is massive benefit. You also have to do it well. Not any countdown timer is going to be an effective countdown timer. And so we also have two videos. One where I had a debate with Owen, who does not like countdown timers, and my thought process behind that as well. So we had a debate on that. That's a video that you can watch. And then also I have a video all about how to make an effective countdown timer. So there are two videos that I would encourage you to watch. But the quick answer is that, the live streaming, when you go live, it takes a while for the algorithm to send those notifications out and for people to show up. So you can, depending on your strategy, and this is a conversation that we're having with our accelerator program students right now, or actually soon, but you have to have a strategy on live streaming in terms of knowing what you want to do with that video afterwards. And so you need to think through the end result of that live stream video before you decide whether countdown timer is right for you. And so it is actually super, super beneficial. And it is not for everybody, but if you do it well, it will attract the community that you're looking to attract. So. And Dean says, LA is wonderful. I can't leave. Okay. To each his own, to each his own. Let's see. Okay. So next question, Christian, what are your thoughts on sharing your personal creative struggles and obstacles with your audience? Great question. I am a fan of being vulnerable. Do you not know that about me yet? I don't know if you're talking, when you say creative struggles and obstacles, like in the creation of your videos, it is totally okay to share that stuff, right? What you don't want to do is always be negative. Always be like, oh my God, the world is over because of XYZ, right? And I mean, you can build your channel and personality however you want, but the key to allowing that vulnerability and allowing that openness and authenticity with your audience is a balancing act. It's just making sure that you're still continuing to provide value in whatever way they expect from you. And it's okay to say, you know what, today was a sucky day. Like I couldn't think of a single video. So I'm going to do a reel, tell you that, and short form content and tell you that, and say, you know what, I'm behind because I just couldn't get it out of my own head today. Whatever that looks like to you, right? So it's absolutely okay to have that open conversation. It's just a balancing act in terms of making sure that your audience is still getting what they expect from you. And I just realized I did not call out Marcus gifted 5 memberships. Was that during the countdown timer? Thank you so much, Marcus, for gifting some memberships to the community. As a YouTube member, you actually get access to special YouTube member content, which I forgot I was supposed to do something this morning, but I was busy. I was busy doing some other stuff. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. Never negativity. Leave that to the news. That's my personal boundary as well. And I think that everybody can have their own. However, I think that most people, if you're in this world, you agree with me that you want to keep a positive, even if vulnerable, approach with your content. Okay, next question. Brian, member for 1 month. I hope you're enjoying being a member, Brian. What's up with the new layout? Do you not like it? I love it. So we're always looking at ways, the magical Mr. Paul Dixon is always looking at ways to change it up and to make it a more fun experience. I have one layout, which I think I've only used on one stream, that has like all my cameras, like, so there's like 8 different cameras down there. I have like a 12 camera setup. So I don't have all of those cameras on currently today because I'm not needing the Cali Cam or the other camera over there, the test station, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, so you get a look at Abby Cam. She's in there somewhere. She'll pop up at some point, maybe. And the behind the scenes is always fun for people to check out. So I think it's amazing. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do you like this layout? Do you like the little animations? I love the little animations. I think they're super cool. And we have a new pip animation as well. It's just cool. It's just cool. Okay. A queue that is well protected and guarded. Wait, what? Huh? Put Q in front of your questions. I think is what he was responding to. Okay. So if you have questions, go ahead and pop those questions with a Q in front of it so that it makes its way into my queue. I try and stay like on target with how people asked them. Let's see. Barry, should GoXLR owners seriously consider moving to the RØDECaster Pro 2, and why? If you're happy with the GoXLR, honestly, there's not too many, like, if you're happy with what it does and how it's working for you, there's not, I mean, the RØDECaster Pro does a lot, and it's also more, I don't know if the right word is complicated, but if you're going to use it to its fullest extent, you need to know how to use it to its fullest extent. And we're actually working on a series of videos that will help you do that. It's just taken us a while because there's a lot to it. And so, you know, if you're looking to be able to do things like connect, like have the 2 different computers connected to it, to be able to route that mix minus and appropriately, as well as like have back channel communication for interviews and things like that. That's kind of where the RØDECaster Pro 2 shines. But you know, I also say, like, if you are happy with your setup and you're not looking to solve a problem, then there's really no reason to switch, to spend more money on something that you're not trying, like, that isn't going to necessarily solve a problem that you have right now, right? So it's about understanding what you're needing, and then, yeah. Why did you almost kill your GoXLR? What did it do wrong? The beast is awoken. Did the beast awake? Wait. Hi. Hi, Ams. Okay. She looks like she's ignoring me. She has her face to the couch. Oh, that's funny. Yes, you like the new layout. Love it. Awesome. Okay. Lots of questions today. Awesome. I love this. Okay. Yes, you are very welcome. This is a problem I see with our students constantly, and our viewers constantly, is like, you just want the latest and greatest, which is awesome. We all love the latest and greatest. And the question is, do you really need it? Is it a distraction for you? Is it a waste? Not a waste of money, because when you buy the latest and greatest, you do get benefits and longer term benefits. But at the same time, if you're not really needing to fix something, then what's the point? Okay. So Tep, I actually am not streaming in 4K today. Sometimes I do, but I am actually in 1080 today. If you're asking my upload speed, I pay for a gig up and down, but I certainly don't get that. Certainly don't get that. I think it's in the 250 range, up and down. It's fiber. I didn't need the RCP2, but I needed it. Oh, you haven't used it for a year and it was complicated to set it up. Okay. If you thought the GoXLR was complicated to set up, I would not suggest the RCP2, because in order to use it, it is a more complicated, like kind of, you need to really like kind of dig into it. But yeah. And what did you need the GoXLR for is probably one of the questions that you should be asking. Let's see, Christian, member for 1 year. What? Callie just celebrated her 14-month membership, I think I saw. Do you have problems or experiences with overheating with the Sony ZV-E10? No. And that's because I have it set up in a particular way. There is a video on this channel about how to set your settings appropriately. So there are a couple of things. One, there's a setting for heat. And so you can control that. And then also, if you're not plugged into a dummy battery, I'm assuming you are since you've been around here for so long. Yeah, if you're not plugged into that, I would go ahead and pipe that in. But that setting, that one setting is where it's at for that overheating issue. So go watch that video and follow it step by step and you'll be fine. Dean, I have 2 USB 3.0 ports on my PC. Does 2 separate ports mean 2 separate buses? I'm hopeful that 2 DSLRs with Cam Link's 4K and vMix works for the live stream service and camera switching. Okay, Dean, the answer is no, it doesn't necessarily mean. If you have 2 USB ports, it doesn't mean that you have 2 separate buses. I have a video, and the reason I keep sending you to videos is because it actually walks you step by step through these things. And so I want to answer you, and also you'll get more benefit if you watch that whole video. There is a video about USB buses and multiple capture cards. I think it's called multiple capture cards. Something with that in the title. I'm sure we have a link to it. But yeah, so it does not necessarily mean that you have multiple buses. And it also doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have a problem plugging your cam links in, even if it's on the same bus. Likely you might, but not necessarily. And so this is an issue that we tried to tackle in the video that I told you about, to teach you how to learn which USB port is on a bus and which bus that is and how many buses you have. And so not everybody has the same experience essentially, because it's going to be affected, whether you have problems with multiple capture cards on that single bus, by other factors as well. So I wish I could give you like a straight yes, no question or answer to that. It's just a little bit more complicated than that. And so for the nuances of that answer, go watch that video. Scotch, we live stream every week and have such a hard time with video quality. We use StreamYard and 20 meg upload. We do use a Sony camcorder versus DSLR. Do you think a DSLR would be a big improvement? Great question, Scotch. So there are 2 things at play there. Yes, the DSLR versus a camcorder, especially if it's an older camcorder, would be a difference. Getting a lens on that DSLR, that mirrorless camera, is going to be where that quality really can come in. And the second thing at play here is StreamYard. So love StreamYard, love Restream, love Wave. All of those are what we call a level 2 solution. And that's because you're going on the browser. There is not the technical capability from a browser-based solution in order to get you the fullest, highest quality. So if you want to do a studio review, we're going to do studio reviews here in a second, or a minute, because I still have lots of questions. But if you want to get a studio review, you can fill out that form for next week. And yeah, so the level 3 would give you the higher level of capability from the technical quality. And so there's a couple of things happening there. It also could be your capture, well, depending on how you're bringing in your camcorder. It could be that input as well. So yeah, okay. What's exciting? Love the streamer jumper. Why, thank you. You can get this in our store. We do have merch, and we're talking about other possibilities. So yeah. Okay, I'm just looking through. All right. Okay. If you have questions, be sure to ask with the queue in front of it so that it winds up in my queue. Okay, let's keep going. We've got Tim. Hold on, I'm going to make sure. Okay, Tim asked, what are your thoughts on the Sony ZV-1 and just using the USB? You can use the USB connection on the ZV-1, the ZV-E10, Canons are now doing that, right? So like you have the ability to use the USB connection without purchasing a capture card. There is a video on this channel. I need a sound effect for that. There's a video for that. But yeah, there is a video on this channel that literally shows you side by side the quality difference between a capture card, at least a good one, and the USB connection. I want you to watch that because it puts a visual in your head for what the quality difference is. That being said, if you're happy with the USB quality, then fine, right? Like if you don't need to spend that extra money, you don't need to. But there is a quality difference. And so you just need to be, if you're happy with your experience, then you can be happy with it. It's okay for you to be okay with what you got. Okay. Is there going to be a party? Yes. Of course, we're going to hang out. I don't know that we have a party planned. Like, to Callie, do we have a party planned? But we're going to be hanging out for sure at VidSummit. And I've got something on Tuesday night and Thursday night. So the only night I have open at VidSummit is like Wednesday, but I think something else was about to be booked on that. But we'll see. Like we can eat lunch together, we can hang out. Not particularly planned, but the best things are last minute, totally. Which was like at Social Media Marketing World, that was an amazing get together with our students, and or with our viewers, and we didn't have anything planned. So yeah, we will hang for sure. Next question. Renee, did you get the new iPhone today? Did Callie, are you paddleboarding to dynamic islands? No, but I should. I feel like I'm gonna break hearts when like I say no to Renee on that question. It feels wrong to say that, but I did not, and I'm sure I will. When will ECAMM Live finally be fully integrated into LinkedIn? Well, they have the ability to stream to it. Anything that is on the platform side like that, like, I don't know what you're asking in terms of fully integrated. Can you back up here? I want to answer the question right. Because what do you mean by fully integrated into ECAMM? Because you can stream directly from ECAMM into LinkedIn. So if there's something else that you're looking for, it's probably on the LinkedIn side of things in terms of their locking down of access. Oh, Dave got his. I'm awaiting mine, Renee. Retiring the X. Oh, wow. That's sad. You're retiring the X. Wait, oh, yes. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay, all right. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's keep going. Wait. Even if you don't get a new iPhone, iOS 16 has really good cutout feature for photos. Has a really good cutout feature for photos. Nice. Okay. Yeah, like I've got to dig into some stuff iPhone related, and do some videos on that soon. That's all on my list. I have a long list. Marcus wanted to know what was on my Post-its over there earlier. Those are just like random notes or things that I need to remember or take action on immediately. My long list is on that white pad over there, and it takes up multiple pages. But we're not going to think about that right now because that just depresses me. Okay. What is your streaming software? Restream. I use ECAMM in my studio, and we train on ECAMM, vMix, OBS, StreamYard, Restream, and soon Wave as well. So yeah, that's what I use. Trevor, I provide design, audio, video, and remote production for my clients, but I'm struggling to find a topic for my own channel. I feel like the creative topics are done to death. Well, Trevor, so here's the trick. Do you want the content on your channel to lead to more clients for those services? If that's what you're trying to do, then it needs to be a through line, right? Of like you know that the services are the end result and where you're going to drive traffic to. No, Berlino, I'm not using Restream. I'm just going directly from ECAMM to YouTube. So you have that end result that you're driving people to, and then your content is going to answer the questions, support the people, and some of those people would be right for your services, right? So that's kind of the way you want to think about that. If you are trying to create a channel that has literally nothing to do with your services, then I would highly suggest our content creation course. That is an overview of how to create the right content that is going to drive results. And so that's at livestreamingpros.com. We're going to drop a link because I recently changed that URL and I don't remember what I changed it to. So content maybe? livestreamingpros.com/content? I don't know. So yeah, if you're struggling with like what content to create, I kind of walk you through the process of deciding on that stuff in that course. But you have to decide, basically, the key is what are you passionate about? What do you bring to the table that's uniquely you? And also what people actually want, and the where those overlap, that's your key. So yeah, okay. Allie, why are you asking this question? Is Allie about to start a channel on pickleball? Is that what I'm hearing right now? Allie is Callie's mom. Where did it go? Is there a certain time range of day to go live to attract more viewers? It depends. So I always say the first thing, maybe, what is happening right now? Okay, all right. An art channel. Okay, so I always say that the thing that you have to do first is look at what is best for your schedule. So when is your energy high? When are you going to show up and show up big time? That's really the key thing to ask. And then if there are multiple days, times that work for you, that you're going to be able to show up and not make excuses or feel like, oh, this is such a burden, then you can start looking at who you expect your audience to be and what times might be good for them. Once you start creating content, the channels literally tell you like, this is probably the best time to release or to go live. All right, next question. Carlos, I love your setup. Why, thank you. We have a behind the scenes video soon on this new 12 camera setup. So I keep saying 12. I have to recount because I think it's a 12. Let's see. I have a question. Yes, I have a Canon Mark 50, M50 Mark II, and the Cam Link 4K, but for some reason it looks bad in OBS, but in other cam applications looks way better. Any help? It could just be a quality setting in OBS. We do have a quick start. I'm gonna let somebody we have people in the chat room who are more familiar with OBS than I am. I don't use that on a regular basis, but I'm gonna let somebody in the chat room say if there's like a quick setting to look at. But we also have a quick start guide on OBS available on our website as well. So that might actually fix some of those problems if you kind of like go step by step through that quick start. Okay. Are y'all having fun? I'm just gonna take a breath here. We got a lot of questions today. Whew. All right. Are y'all having fun today? What plans do you have for the weekend? Let me know in the comments right now. What do I have planned? That actually reminds me, I don't have any plans. I know that I have content that I'm working on this weekend. I don't know. I don't know what my plans are. If I can paddleboard, depends on the weather, but maybe I'll go paddleboarding for probably the final time of the summer, which I didn't really get any I got like 2 times in. Whatever. Thank you so much, High Tech Mother. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm all healed. I mean, there's still like leftover stuff that I'm dealing with, but it's like in the background. You know what I mean? Okay. Bugs. I know Insta360 and GoPro have this constant problem with battery life and heating. Is there a fix that is not a bulky external gadget? Not really. I mean, those devices take a lot of power and they do get hot. If you're looking for something that's not a bulky solution, I don't know of one. I'm sorry. Tim, how easy is it to bring guests into your stream using OBS or ECAMM Live? OBS, oh, hey, the Beast is awoken. Hi, Beast. Hi. Hi, Abs. Hello. Are you having a good nap over there? She's so cute. Okay. What was I going to say? Oh, the software quick start was on OBS. Can we get the OBS one? Unless somebody else asked for vMix. What was I answering? Oh, OBS does not do guests natively. So you have to have like a third party thing that is going to help you bring guests in. But she's telling you about her weekend plans. Yes. She has a lot of outdoor time in mind for weekend plans. I can tell you that. Oh my God, that would be amazing. I so need that. Okay, I'm gonna load that into the RØDECaster Pro. That's a great idea. Okay, so what was I gonna say? Aw, so sweet. Okay, OBS does not do that natively. ECAMM, on the other hand, does do it natively. So it's very easy with ECAMM. I would not say it's easy with OBS. Okay. Video quality is super amazing. Thank you. Are you using USB cam to PC or using HDMI capture? I am using a cam. Actually, this is coming in on Cam Link 4K. Yeah, I swapped that. It was using the HD60 S X. But yeah, now I am using the Cam Link 4K for sure. Should I have a desktop dedicated to streaming only? Ideally, yes. Ideally, as you're able to afford it, you want your studio setup to be a dedicated machine because so you'll notice I have this kind of separation here on this camera. I'm just gonna go full screen real quick here. This is my work laptop. This is what I use to just do work day in and day out. This is my studio setup, right? And so it's actually really important as you're doing more and more with your streams, that you're not loading all of those applications, you don't have all of those files downloaded, right? You want to keep your streaming machine as clean as possible. So that's why I recommend the dedicated machine. And so I would highly suggest that. However, also, just make sure there are certain things that you can do to make sure that what you're using right now is going to perform as well as possible until you can afford to add that second computer. And those things are making sure that you're getting files off. Like you don't keep any files or applications on that computer that aren't needed, that you reboot before a stream, that you turn off all background syncing as well. So those are some things to keep in mind that will help it perform even if it's not a dedicated at the moment. What is the little tab kind thing on the stand right in front of you? I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, wait, thing on a stand right in front. I don't know what we're talking about. Describe that more. I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about. Okay, next question. Any notes of knowledge or changes needed after another successful lead? Floyd wants to know if somebody is thinking of doing their own challenge strategy. Well, I wouldn't do a 30-day challenge right out of the gate. Please don't do that to yourself. Thank you for the super sticker, Marcus. Oh, this is a teleprompter. Oh, that's what you're asking. Yeah, this is my teleprompter. Is that what? Okay, yeah, that's what you were asking about. And so I put my Zoom calls, I put my preview right here so that I can see what's going on, and I can look people straight in their face through the teleprompter. I also use it for scripting when necessary. I don't use scripting live. Don't do that to yourself. This is the Stream Deck right here on the it's actually, yeah, it's straight on to me. So the angle isn't weird. Yeah. Okay. So challenge strategy, keep it to a 3 or 5 day challenge. If you're going to launch your own challenge, a free challenge to grow your list, is you want to keep it short. You want to keep it like fixing one problem, right? So like, what do people need? And there's only like one problem, one solution type of situation for a challenge. And then it also needs to get them ready for the next thing. So usually you're going to do a challenge, and then, you know, at the end of that, there's some other place to go with you. And so think about that thing on the back end and kind of work backwards. If you want to just do a challenge that doesn't lead anyone anywhere, I wouldn't suggest it, but you could. And in that case, what is your audience struggling with there? Do one thing. Okay. You look them straight in the face and I stare them down. I feel like a real cowboy now. Berlino. Oh, I answered that already. Allie, is it better to go live or just post? It depends. It depends on the stream. It depends on your strategy, the kind of content that you're creating. And so if and also the platform. If you're going to do YouTube specifically, VODs, like videos, the VODs are video on demand. So those are useful for gaining a new audience, and live streaming can be really useful for creating community around that new audience. That's typically the way that you're going to kind of start. However, it depends on the content, the goal, and a few other things. So yeah. For sure. Okay. We've got more questions. We've got a studio review. I'm gonna take a quick break from questions. I'm gonna do a studio review and then come back to questions to wrap it up rapid fire. So if you asked a question, I'm not done with you. I will get back to those, as many as I can, but it's time for... All right, it is time to go into our studio review. Now, as a reminder, sorry, Paul, for that face. Is that not better? I can't help it, y'all. I'm sorry. So as a reminder, I'll just go here for a second. It is important for you to know what I'm doing with these studio reviews. Or reactions. I keep saying reviews, but the reaction. It's really the visual aspect that I'm looking at. And we as a community, it's not just me providing feedback, but check out the chat room, and everybody in the community will support you with some feedback as well. And so it's just looking at the visuals, like what can you do to improve? Okay, now let's take a look at Paul Burke's video. And he has always had, oh, wait, what happened? Oh, this is a really, really short video. Okay, I chose an 8-second video. I should not have done that. Okay, real quick. I'm just gonna go find another one. Hold on, so we can. I don't see any of your streams, Paul. Now, I did this when I don't normally do this, but you have to provide me a YouTube link, so I know what I'm doing. But in this case, I just grabbed one of his. So Paul is one of our moderators, if you don't know him already, and we love Paul's content. He's very humorous. He's he runs an improv group. Is that what I would say? But anyway, so let's look at the visual of your set. You've always had this like really like up close angle, which I think really works well for you. See, now I have to just stop you. I did not choose a short. Sorry, we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna focus on the background and not his face. But yeah, so the background, I've always thought that you have a really solid looking background, and you have different ones in different, you have different angles in different videos. So I know that you've been kind of trying to kind of change it up a little bit. And so we're not focused on your face. We're not focused on your face. I can't play it because it just goes into a video. The cat, you have cat, I wouldn't know this unless, but I know you. So I know that these are cat scratching posts and climbing posts. And so I like that you have that on there. In there, because then your cats kind of come in during your streams and videos. The angle of this particular one, and I think you have fixed it already. I think that we're seeing too much wall, right? I want to really focus in on just the frame of the shelving back there. And those lights, I guess the main thing that I would say is those lights are kind of overpowering the other spaces within that, right? So I would look at maybe dimming some of those lights a little bit and adding some other accents to the other pieces. So like maybe highlighting that a little bit with a puck light that kind of goes down, and not allowing these to overpower everything else. So that would be my biggest suggestion on that, is the framing, which again, I think you've already fixed. But then also just the lighting, and kind of balancing that out a little bit better on the back end. So I know that if we here, like you changed there we go. You see, you have a different, I feel like you have a different angle in every video. But yeah, so I like the framing better on this side for that shelf. Move this over. So I don't know where you are right now with your set since you keep changing it. So, but yeah, there. All right. So that's Paul's. Let's also look at Dwayne. Dwayne is an awesome community member. How many plants should you add in the background, Paul? All the plants. All the plants, definitely. Okay, so Dwayne, let's take a look at his countdown timer. I was like, whoa, this is a great countdown timer. I think that you must have created this yourself. I'm gonna give you a challenge on this countdown timer. I would love to see how it's kind of like going back and then it flips right up front. So that's the looping effect, right? What I would really suggest would be if that's something that you created, because it's not something we sell on our store, so I'm pretty sure it is. If you, when it pulls back, create it so that it also comes forward and then loop that. And so then it will look very seamless and it'll be just coming back and going forward, coming back, going forward. I mean, you know me, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to graphics. If you're new, we have a graphic designer, the magical Mr. Paul Dixon, who does all of our store graphics. I suck at graphics myself, but I think that would be like, that's the only thing about this countdown timer that I would really encourage you to change. And it's really a nitpicky thing, but I think it could be a cooler effect if it kind of comes and goes and comes and goes, kind of pulsating like that. All right. What do you guys think? Let Dwayne know in the chat room, anything you see in the countdown timer that you would love to see improvement on. Okay. Then I don't know what that was. Was that a mistake? It looked like it was supposed to be video, but I think that I'm gonna chalk that up to a mistake. Yes, everything I know Paul Dixon taught me when it comes to graphics, that is for sure. Okay, so then you have this, when you kind of get into the show, first of all, it looks great. I would suggest, do we ever see you, so you're always kind of static on this shot. It doesn't look like you ever kind of take it out of the pip frame. I'm just kind of scrolling through here. Oh, here we go. You do at the very end. I like this shot right here where we see you big and bold and beautiful, right? Like, so I would maybe swap back and forth with the pip and the full screen. I'll come back to the studio itself, but kind of looking at the overlays, a couple of things here. You have room to make this a little bigger in the pip. So like having it, kind of going out to the edges a little bit more. And then also you could play with a light pulsating animated background of that same countdown timer effect, but maybe not so heavy on that, but maybe like a little smooth, small action in the animation of the background could work for you here. I would say that I think the graphics look great. The scrolling ticker here with this tag of the Mondays at 7 Central Time is probably not ideal because I don't necessarily get to read everything. So everybody is visually used to a scrolling ticker having time to kind of read through to the end, right? And so if you don't catch what it said, you lose it. You lose all of this space here. What about moving this like to the top, right? Or maybe you have a smaller, you'd have to kind of flip it, but maybe moving that Mondays at 7 Central up to the top would actually benefit you, and if you want that scrolling ticker. Okay, bye Floyd. All right, this is your pip. this is super cute in my opinion. I like the little like overlay with like the lights and stuff. I think that's cute. I think there's nothing really I would change here. What about you guys in the comments? Provide feedback for Dwayne. And then in this shot, let's talk about just the background itself. So this looks great. You've put a lot of effort into it. It looks very eye-catching. I love this setup. I love the lights in the background. I love the Yoda back there. I cannot tell what this is. And that's actually a good thing. Having something in the background that's kind of like, I have to wait for a BTS video from you to be able to see what that is type of thing. I think that that's great. So High Tech Mother says, I love the setup, but the background is a little too busy for you. And that's always going to be a personal choice. Like sometimes it's, it is, everybody's going to have an opinion on the background. And so I don't think it's personally too busy. And in fact, I would say move the guitar. Like we need to fill some of this space a little bit better, maybe. The guitar right here, where this picture is hanging on the wall, that may be not, that may not be acceptable to you if you use the guitar a lot. If you don't, or if it's easy to put and pull off of the wall, then I would maybe fill this space right here with the guitar or hang it up back here just behind your head. There's really no point in having something framed where we can't read it because of your head. And so moving those, like either the guitar right here back behind you, hopefully you can see me, my mouse, or here. And the other option is kind of combining these two frames and maybe doing a third one like in that space as well. So, do you find flashing lights pull distraction away from you? Not, maybe a lot of flashing lights would. I think it does for a moment when people are kind of getting used, when they first see you, but I don't really think that it's a normal thing that people pay attention to constantly. So I don't think it's a big issue. It will draw people's attention immediately, and then kind of they'll get used to it type of thing. Yeah, so those would be the things I would say. I like the lighting on these panels here. This would be a nitpicky thing. This, I don't know what this is, maybe a certificate, something. Maybe moving that here so that it's fully in frame, as opposed to halfway out of the frame, and same with this picture. Maybe just moving it over ever so slightly so we see the full picture. Because I like those things being displayed, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. What else do you have for Dwayne? Leave it in the comments. I think that both of those studios look fantastic already. It's just a matter of some small tweaks to improve. So, and that's usually the case, right? All you really need to do is a few tweaks. All right. We're going to go a few minutes extra. Are you okay if I continue? Because it's past the hour, but, oh, it's your LSP commitment statement? Oh my God. Dude, that's awesome. That's so cool. I'm sorry, that just really excited me that you actually took the time to frame it and put it up on the wall. Heck yes, put it all the way in frame. That's amazing. Okay. So, do you mind if we stay on and answer a few rapid fire questions that I didn't get to before the studio reviews? Let's do it. Say yes in the comments though, and agree that we can stay on and hang out for a second. Okay. Okay, so rapid fire questions to end all of the ones that I didn't get to before. Bugs, I know a dual PC streaming setup is a pain to assemble. Will LSP come out with a video on how to do it? We may, it's been in our discussions. For now, actually Harris Heller, Alpha Game or Senpai channel is, I think he renamed it, but search Harris Heller. He has 2 channels. On the Senpai channel, there is a video that is about streaming setup specifically for gamers, but the concepts are similar. And then it's on our list to consider and to potentially do. Sahil, can you please cover Elgato Wave microphones along with the microphone arm? We have lots of coverage on Elgato microphones. And I think that we have something on that arm as well on the channel already. Spirit, how would you describe a VOD and how does it differ from regular videos? A VOD is a regular video. So a VOD is video on demand. It's a recorded video that you put up and people watch on demand. It's not a live stream. So I try not to say the word VOD publicly just because not everybody knows that, but if you've been creating content for a while, you kind of like identify it as that. So you have recorded video, VOD, video on demand, and then live streaming, and then you have shorts, the different types of videos that you can do. I just have to scroll up real quick. Yes. Okay, who would say no? I don't know. But we're doing it anyway, even if somebody does say no. And if they say no in the chat, I don't know, we're gonna have to have it out. I'm gonna stare them down. Okay, next question. Is the Sony ZV-E10 good camera for shooting videos for YouTube? I will be shooting videos like yours, sitting indoors and talking, and would also be using it as a webcam for Twitch. That's what I'm using right here and now, so yes, I would say it's a great camera for shooting these types of videos, for sure. I know, I gotta remount the camera, the Abby Cam shakes, because it's actually mounted to my desk, and I'm Italian, and I just talk with my hands, and I bump the desk, and I lean on the desk, and yes, it does shake. So I'm gonna have to, before I shoot my the behind the scenes video, I'm gonna have to figure out how to like remount it. I have it mounted under the desk because I have this lip. You can't really see, but this is like a lip that goes all the way across, and so I have it basically attached to the desk and then going to the floor. No, actually, I don't. It's like it's the iron. It's the, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like an iron like pipe that goes like, that sticks only to the desk. It doesn't actually go to the floor anymore. But yeah, so that's what we have. We can't take us Italians anywhere. I know. We're horrible. High-tech mother, would the normal C920 camera be able to handle such background lighting setup? No, so you're not gonna get the blurred effect with a webcam, that background blur that you're probably talking about. And you can control the, lights a little bit in terms of adjusting for such a colorful background. But it's not gonna look the same at all. And so if you wanna understand those differences, we have a video on this channel that kind of talks through that difference. Okay, I'm just gonna throw it down right now. My spaghetti sauce, my grandma's spaghetti sauce with my additions of more garlic is the best thing ever. In fact, you're making me wanna make it now. Like, I might literally run to the store and make some spaghetti sauce. I don't even need pasta for it. Like, just the spaghetti sauce. So good. So good. Yes, us Italians make the best food. Throw down. And I'll compete against yours anytime. Callie and I are supposed to have a lasagna showdown, but well, now I'm probably pissing her off right now because she can't have garlic. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But yes, I guess we can't have that showdown anymore. Inviting myself over for dinner. Yes. All right, next question. I finally got a ZV-E10 last weekend, and instead, I like how I said we were gonna do a rapid fire, and I've just been telling stories. Okay, I'm so rude. I'm so rude. I finally got a ZV-E10, Mitchie says, but instead of Rode Wireless Go 2, I went with the DJI wireless mic. How do you rate this combo? That'll be a great combo. The DJI one is great as well. I actually have multiple wireless mics in for review. That was part of... I have some already that I need to do some testing and comparisons of, and also in the cart that of packages that the USPS people gave me, there were a couple of new mics, wireless mics for that, and so we have a video coming out soon on one of those. So look forward to that. Callie is a vampire, yes. I can't bring my cast iron pots to be able to do that. I'm sorry. I don't know. Yeah. Sauce off. I'm down. Grandma taught me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's going down. Yeah. It's funny. Okay. Kathleen's going to take over Callie's portion of the garlic. I like it. Okay. Next question. I think this is the last one. Fun Drum. Oh, Ned. I have a 24mm 1.8 Sony AG lens. Can I make it see more in the frame without moving the camera? Can I make it see? Okay. If it's a fixed lens, it sounds like it's a fixed lens, then you're going to need to either, gonna change the placement of the camera to see more, right? Or you could get a zoom lens if you want kind of that flexibility. We like fixed lenses around here, but that is a possibility as well. Keep going doing I'm not doing a 24-hour live stream. No. And in fact, I think I'm supposed to have a meeting today at noon, but I asked my team who I'm supposed to meet, and no one knew. I'm pretty sure I said I would have a call with somebody at noon today, and I woke up this morning and realized, I looked at my calendar, I was like, that's not on my calendar. I don't know who I'm going to stand up today. So if it's you, I apologize in advance. I just have this memory of this week saying noon on Friday, and I'm like, who was that? I don't know. Okay. So yes, you're gonna have to change the camera placement if you want to see more. The alternative opposite option is to zoom in software, but that's the opposite, right? If you want to like see less then. Which lights are you using above you? Are they Elgato? Yes and no. So here, let me just go full screen. This is an Elgato Key Light Air. This is an aperture light, not aperture, Amaran. This is an Amaran. And then this is a, that we have it listed. It's not a Neewer. It's not an Elgato. It's a kind of a random cheap one. But we have that listed on our website. And then over there, you can't actually see it, I don't think. Actually, this right here. Can you see this? That's another Amaran light as well. Okay, there you go. Let's check in on the beast. Nope. Okay. She's hiding right now. Let's see. Oh, nice! Bug celebrating 16 months of membership. Woo woo! All streamers say they have a meeting when they want to end a stream. Otherwise, if I was doing that, I wouldn't have said it was at noon. That's for sure, because that's in 45 minutes. But yeah. Okay. I think I've answered all the questions. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you have had fun. Put on those dancing shoes. We will be back next week with a video with me in it on this channel. I'm excited to start getting back into production again after a bit of a hiatus for me. A couple months actually hiatus, if not more, like 2 to 3 months that I have not produced a video. So at least I've been here showing up for you. I've been producing videos, just not on this channel. Okay. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Put on those dancing shoes. We're going to celebrate all of our members and dance this baby out. Have a great weekend.